You know what? I like Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like after the whole, Forest incident, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a little transition in his life and shit, even though when he was doing the Logan shit, like I rock with bro, but it's been getting out of hands lately. I'm not gonna lie. So I saw this video on YouTube called The Rise and Fall of Logan Paul, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on with Logan Paul for the past couple of like a week or two now. Like the disagreement between him and George, you know what I'm saying, talking about his religion, whatever, like
that really hurt me is you told me I need a therapist because I believe in Jesus. That one hurt me.
No, I didn't. I said you need a therapist because Jesus isn't quite doing it for you.
What do I need a therapist for then?
Jesus isn't doing it for you.
I think Logan is a little bit lost, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what he's got going on, but bro gotta, I think, chill a little bit because I don't think he want to get canceled the second time again, because the first time was a warning, you know what I'm saying? The career almost ended, and he's got a second chance, so I just hope he played it smart. But anyways, we're gonna react to this rise and fall of Logan Paul. So yeah, let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, let's get it.
In 2016, if you were to talk about Logan Paul, there's no
I'm gonna link the original video in the description below so y'all can go check it out.
denying you were talking about the internet's most hated man. The only other person that you could consider in the argument was his brother Jake, since he was just a carbon copy of Logan anyways. Logan's over-the-top personality where his voice would almost...
You know what, Jake Paul, on the other hand, like, I think him and Logan are different, you know what I'm saying? Yep, when they was coming up, they did some similar stuff, like the vlog going crazy, causing chaos and all that, but they was entertaining, you know what I'm saying? They know how to grab people's attention, and that's what matters when it comes to YouTube and all that. Like if you can grab people's attention, everybody's gonna be tuning and everybody's gonna watch, you know what I'm saying? As much as people hate Jake Paul back in 2016-17, people still tuning in and watching the vlogs, you know what I'm saying? So Jake today, you know what I'm saying, he's grew and transitioned from Logan Paul little brother to Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? He's doing big things now, both of them. Logan having his podcast, and Jake Paul, actually doing his thing with the boxing and stuff. So we grow up and we'll learn from life, man. I just hope Logan doesn't, you know what I'm saying, get himself in trouble again by saying some outrageous stuff.
Almost go hoarse from shouting into the camera was certainly gaining him lots of attention. At one point, Logan was gaining up to 2 million subscribers a month.
Damn.
Love him or hate him, he knew how to get
lot.
people's attention. This insane growth began to decline rapidly once he posted that video in the Japanese forest. He started to get dislikes in the tens of thousands per video after this. Amazingly, he was still gaining subscribers, but that's unfortunately what tends to happen. When you create such a big story, even if it's for the wrong reasons, people still follow you. But Logan's reputation and career was really in the gutter at this point. Pretty much everyone hated him and thought he was just not a nice person. I struggled to see him making a comeback from this, and I'm sure many others did too, but he apologized and made a donation of $1 million to suicide prevention. And this wasn't going to get everyone's forgiveness, especially since what he had done was just so ignorant and just cruel. It was so hard to see how he could possibly turn this around. Logan began to at least acknowledge that he wasn't that liked and that his personality was a bit much for everyone. That this over-the-top screaming and shouting was targeted at kids and not people that were his own age. However, he also knew that kids watch a lot more YouTube than older age groups, so he just kept it up. But at least he knew now there were consequences to what he posted on the internet, and he toned things down a little. The biggest change in Logan's career was yet to come. On the 3rd of February 2018, after beating Joe Weller in his first amateur boxing match, KSI called out the Paul family, asking for one of them to fight him in his next fight. Soon after this, Logan announced he would be taking the fight against KSI. Logan isn't stupid, he knows how to get people's attention. So he knew if he wanted to make this fight a big spectacle, he would have to change up his content, as the audience for a boxing match was going to be more mature than the audience he was attracting with his current content. So Logan started to make his content a little less for kids and trying to be more mature, and with the introduction of Mike Malik into Logan's circle, he finally had someone who could stand up to him. The introduction...
I ain't gonna lie, bro, Mike coming into the picture, like with Logan, changed a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? As much as some people want to hate Mike and talk about he's a yes man, yep, sometimes Mike can, you know what I'm saying, write a little bit, but most of the time he's always spitting facts. Like when you watch Impulsive and stuff, like he's always spitting his mind. That's why I like when Mike, George, and Logan, when they're together, you know what I'm saying, they actually talk stuff that makes sense, which when Jake go on Impulsive, Logan tend to, get in Jake level, and you know what I'm saying, and things kind of get weird a little bit. I'm like, if you watch Impulsive, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Mike coming in the picture definitely changed a lot of stuff, so that's just my opinion.
Of Mike seemed to keep him out of trouble and to be real with Logan and to tell Logan when an idea was terrible. So with this introduction of Mike and the need to promote the fight with KSI, Logan began to mature a little. and start to post content that wasn't entirely for kids, and people started to move on and forget about his past. Then Logan introduced the Impulsive podcast, and he had no choice but to act like a normal person instead of this immature, crass character in his vlogs. Otherwise, no one would actually go on his podcast. Imagine trying to talk to and have a normal conversation with this Logan Paul. It wouldn't make any sense. So he learned to calm down and have normal conversations. And the podcast did really well, and Logan is generally seen as a likable guy now, far from how he was seen in 2016. He made vlogs that most people could watch and find entertaining. He tried to replicate the David Dobrik style of short videos with the whole cast of characters, and they generally did well, but this didn't seem to be enough for Logan. He wanted to do more. I obviously don't know what was going through his mind, but it seems he just got greedy. So he threw his credibility on the line for this cash grab. Logan tried to play down his role in a cryptocurrency called Dinkdoink. Logan and his crew would post videos constantly promoting this terrible coin and saying how they were going to keep holding and that it had a legitimate utility. Logan wanted people to think he was just interested in this coin without playing a major role in its development. But Logan actually drew the mascot on his phone and was one of the inventors of the coin. I don't want to be mean to Logan. In fairness to him, I'm sure he's probably a nice person, and anytime I've ever heard other YouTubers talk about what he's like when they meet him, they always say he's a really nice guy, which I'm sure he probably is. I can't sit here and say I've never done anything wrong myself. I don't know what it's like to be him or to be famous, and I'm obviously not trying to defend Logan either. I think he's very greedy and doesn't seem to be learning from any of his mistakes, but I also just don't want to be sitting here saying I've never made any mistakes and I'm better than Logan. That's not what I'm saying. But anyways, back to Logan's second downfall. After Dinkdoink plummeted, Logan walked away and wiped his hands of it. The New York Times did an article on how Logan had more involvement in Dinkdoink than he was willing to admit. The fact he just walked away after leaving all his fans holding the bag is pretty amazing, that he was just willing to scam people who believe in him. When you think about it, the only people who would be willing to buy a sketchy coin that someone promotes is the people that are the biggest fans and have the most amount of faith in that person. And Logan clearly just disregards these people as meaning nothing to him. And then he does his absolute best to wipe his hands of it as soon as it goes down the gutter. And it gets worse. Logan clearly wasn't satisfied with just ripping off his most loyal fans just once. Thought he could do better and rip off his fans again. But this time he didn't even make any money from it. He just quietly left the project to die while leaving his fans in the dark after he promoted the scheme to his fans as one of the biggest things he's ever done, and that he's after putting $1 million into it. CoffeeZilla just released the final part of his 3-part series about this whole Logan Paul scam. The victims talking about what they would say to Logan if they could meet him after this was quite sad. You can't help but feel so bad for them. Obviously you can make the argument that you shouldn't buy into these crypto coins because there's no utility in them or whatever, but if you watch a person at least once a week talk for over an hour, you can start to feel like they're your friend, or that you can at least see them as a trustworthy character. Maybe Logan does plan to reimburse his victims. We'll wait and see, but for now it's hard to feel too bad for him after these repeated offenses.
Bro, like, first of all, I forgot the name of the channel. This is a small channel that made this video, so shout out to him. The link is gonna be in the description. You know what I'm saying? This is a well structured video. Like, I just think, you know what I'm saying, Logan, you get enough on the wrong foot here, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the, that's why this crypto shit, bro, like, I wasn't buying it from the start, you know what I'm saying, like the old NFT, all that, like, because when it crashed, it's over with, you know what I'm saying. So hey, I just hope Logan, you know, comes to his right senses, because like when I saw the footage of him and George, like him kind of mocking his religion, whatever, I think, like, I'm just like, wow, like, I can't believe the words that was coming out of Logan's mouth, you know what I'm saying, like, that's your, you know what I'm saying, that's like your friend and all that, like your best friend, if I'm right, you know what I'm saying. Like, me personally, I don't really care about the NFT and none of that. Like, of course, I feel bad for those people that hold shares in that, but I don't have no problem with that, because like, I don't put nothing into that. So, but I just hope, you know what I'm saying, you get everything sorted out. And Logan, man, like, you're already doing good, you know what I'm saying, like, you already have a past. People forgive you, not everybody, but I just know me personally, you know what I'm saying, it's like, we young, dumb, you make mistake, you know what I'm saying, grow for your mistake and shit, then just go back to doing the exact same thing that you did, like, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, man, comment down below what you guys think, you know what I'm saying. If you're new to the channel, smash the like button, subscribe, post notification on. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.